recording. We're ready.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to It's Yabai podcast number.
9.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Let's go.
Today we have your hosts, Julio.
John.
And Lewis.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna start off with a little bit of Attack on Titan talk because we were having a bit of a conversation and we came to the conclusion that this anime should have ended about 10 billion years ago, right?
Accurate.
Because there's no reason to have part 60 of season 4. This makes no sense whatsoever. And it all started with season 3. Season 3 had two parts, but I can forgive a two-parter. A two-parter, you know what I'm saying, you can deal with. But like a fucking 100-parter, no thank you. All right?
It's actually hilarious that they're at season 4, part 3.
Part one.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Part 1 of part 3.
Wait,
It's
they're
the
doing
final
like
season.
No,
they're double parting?
it's the final season, part 3, part 1.
Can we not do this? Can we just not do this?
I love that.
I don't-
rhythm.
But what's dumb is with the way that you see the titles, if you've never seen Attack on Titan, you would think, damn, that's a lot of content. Maybe that's why they're all trying to like stuff it into one season. Even then, if you hadn't seen it before, you would think, I mean, you could just have different seasons regardless. But no, they're literally stuffing, I want to say, like a few chapters worth of content into a bunch of parts of the season, which is just dumb. Like, I understand part 1 and part 2 in the sense that, okay, Marley, we start off with Marley, getting Eren back, and then Marley invades Paradise, right? But then past that, I mean, how long has it been since Eren turned into the founding Titan, or rather, like his giant?
I mean, didn't it just happen? Like, just barely? Like, the rumbling just began.
Right,
I
but like,
remember that was something that happened like near the end of the 4th season, the first fourth like end final season. They had found him, right? And when he gets onto the roof, they find him. They get to Paradise, right? Then after that, the whole aftermath ensues, where like all that shit happens. Gabby becomes the worst person in history, and all that stuff.
how long ago did he get headshot by FaZe Gabby? Look up when it was. There should be like a YouTube video or something of him getting headshot. Like, when was that episode? I just want to know the date.
Yeah, spelling.
I mean, it was a clean headshot. His head was like spinning and shit. That was pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Took the head off the neck.
Episode 3
of the final season's part 2.
That tells me nothing. I want a date. Did that happen last year?
Hold on a second.
That was the previous season. Or the previous part of this season.
Right, so that was part 2, right? So that had to happen last year, no?
Let's see. Attack on Titan's episode.
I guess it's episode 78.
Yeah. Let's see if the wiki has anything for me.
I mean, yeah, but it's just
That happened February 27th.
for the
no,
sake.
my bad. In Japan, it aired January 24th.
Okay, but it was last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing
Actually,
is,
almost exactly a year ago.
Almost.
what I don't like is like how disorganized everything is, right? Like, I feel like if you're going to be looking something up or going to be watching something, seeing so many parts, like it's off-putting, dude. Just organize your shit better. It's just, and it literally, we know what it is. They're milking it. They're milking it because it's been popular for a very long time. For the last 10 years, it's been like basically top 5 manga and top 5 like anime in terms of popularity. And they're just milking it because it ended. I mean, the manga ended how many years ago? It must have been, I want to say, at
Shit,
least
dude.
three years ago, maybe. I want to say 3. No more than 4, I don't
Like
think.
2020, 2019.
But the thing is, the manga and the anime were very
2021.
close, right?
It was
Okay,
2021.
wow,
Yeah.
really? That's surprising. I thought it was longer than that.
It really does feel like it was a while ago.
But regardless, the anime was very close behind on the manga because I remember there was some issues where I think the manga was airing and then I think they might have delayed the anime or something to that effect, or they did
I
something.
mean, yeah, they delayed the anime by like what 5 years between season 1 and 2, just so it could catch up to so the manga could.
But
Like,
even then, they were pretty close together. I think while the manga was in its final arc, season 3 had already concluded for Attack on Titan anime.
What's it called?
So
It was a monthly manga, right?
Yeah, it was a monthly. It was a monthly. Generally, it had to around 50 something pages. Towards the end, it started having like 40 something or something like that because it was
Mhm.
ending, and I think that was part of the reason why you had less pages is because they were trying to delay the manga's end a little bit. But realistically, I wonder. Oh, they haven't animated. No, no, no. Because the most recent stuff, I haven't like been watching the anime like that, but I've been seeing like clips of like when Hanji sacrifices herself and stuff, and that's before my favorite scene in the whole series, which is when my boy Zeke gets one shot by Levi for literally the 10th time, and he actually finally dies this time around.
For
And
real?
it's just like, oh, dude, it's gotta be the funniest. John, look up that panel because let me give you some context. No, no, no. Look up the Levi kills Zeke panel because to give you some context, Zeke is in like the little world with Ymir, right? Eren traps him there, and then he finally like comes out, and he comes out from like I think like atop Eren's giant
Back.
monster titan thing back,
Mhm.
and he literally, this is so hilarious because he just comes out from the back. He first thing he sees is the sky, right? He's like, he looks at the sky and he's like, oh my god, what a beautiful sky, what a beautiful day. And then in the very next panel, it's Levi in the sky. He speed blitzes him from the sky down and cuts his head off.
Bro, Levi was literally spawn killing Zeke by the
Dude,
end of the
dude,
series.
bro, he was literally getting spawn killed. You're absolutely right. It was so fucking funny. I loved it. I couldn't stop laughing, bro. There it is. Look at him. He was like, "What a beautiful sky!" Boom, one shot.
Bro, it's like Levi knows when the fuck he's about to pull up.
He's like, "I smell bitch." He just fucking one shot his ass, dude.
Did not even play that shit with him, dude.
Bro,
Bro,
Not even
Zeke
for a
can't take a
second.
fucking dub
how
against
many
Levi
times?
literally to save his life.
How many? I think it was 4 times. So there was the first time they fought, which was when he was in actual monkey form, right?
Hmm.
So, and that was in Paradise when they first fought, and Levi did his whole thing. Then the second time they fought was in Marley. They fought in Marley. And then that wasn't even a fight. Levi literally like speed blitz, cut his shit off, and just dipped. But he was kind of working with Eren, Zeke was at that point in time, so maybe he let himself get one shot, but that was just disrespectful. And then the third time they fought was when Zeke betrayed them back in Paradise again, when he turned Levi's whole squad at that point in time into Titans. And Levi had to
Uh-huh.
clap all the motherfuckers and
As he
then
must.
clap Zeke. And then Zeke basically blew himself up, and that's what left Levi all crippled and all fucked up and shit. That's where he has all the bandages. And then at the very end, I mean, they fought 3 times. Nah, well, okay. They fought 2 times, and then the 2 times Levi one shot him.
Hmm.
Because that last one wasn't a fight. It was just Zeke looking at the sky. It's like, oh, what a beautiful day. That clapped. That shit was so funny to me.
That-
I love that battle. I gotta watch that shit animated. It's gonna be the funniest thing of all time. I wanna hear birds chirping. I wanna hear
yeah,
like
I want it to be completely silent. There's no music going on. He's just like enjoying his fucking day.
no, 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 no,
Damn,
no.
the
You
sun.
gotta have like the old school music that and it just fucking literally just
Oh, and then
one
like the
shot.
scene, then like that scene
And
that
then
they
in the
had in
background, you
Black
hear the
Adam, bro.
Doomslayer movie.
Yeah, bro.
No, bro, you remember the scene they had in Black Adam where you see like there's a bird just coming slowly, and then Black Adam's like, "Damn, that's a nice ass bird," and it turns out to be Levi. Just wham.
Yeah, bro. Just a quick ass one shot, dude. That was too funny to me. I'm like, there's no way he took his ass out like that. That shit was so funny.
Oh, bro, you gotta love the hate.
The funny thing too is, if I remember correctly, prior to him coming out of like the Titans back, I remember like he was like in the Demir dimension, and he was like hyping himself up, typing. He was like, "Oh yeah, finally my plan is about to come to fruition. Finally, Eren and I, and this, that, and the third, and blah 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 blah. And I'm gonna be the one to watch it. See ya, see ya, see ya, homie.
Do I think on this one he needed to get chopped off though? No, like that
What do you
was the
mean?
plan. I
What do
I
you mean?
might be misremembering, but I remember that there was something that had to happen where he needed to get chopped off as well, and then Levi found his ass just off radar, just
I
lurking.
don't. I don't remember the specifics. I'd have to
The Zeke detection
reread.
system, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
reread that chapter.
Bro, after this nigga lost his troop once or twice, bro, this nigga just got that shit built in, bro, right into his brain, dude.
Yeah, every time he saw Zeke, it's just straight up one shot.
It was
which
on site,
is
all smoke, bro.
which is something else. Like when you have like these motherfuckers working with Annie, right? Which is something that always bothered me about the Paradise group and their willingness to work with Annie and even this motherfucker, what's his name?
Reiner.
Reiner, right? Like if you consider like basically everything bad that happened to them being because of them, and then them working with them at the very end to basically kill one of their best friends, it's just like even within context and out of context, it's just I can't get behind it. It's like, all right, stopping Eren because genocide, understandable. All right, sure. Like maybe we shouldn't let Eren destroy 80% of the
Aaron
world,
was
which he
right,
still
but yeah,
did,
go on.
which he still got through, right? But
John the Aronist.
Yeah.
the thing is, like from Eren's perspective, like he basically saw this is the only way Paradise doesn't get like completely booty blasted in the next like
New.
1,000 years, you know. So like it is what it is. He
Because
just
the
wanted
second that
No, but
Marley discovers what a nuke is, that Paradise is a testing ground, bro.
but don't forget, Julio. Don't forget. Everybody who saw the ending said that whatever Aaron doesn't matter because it was only what 1,000 years of peace.
it was only like 1,000 years of peace, bro. What a failure, dude.
Yeah, only 10 centuries of everyone being chill.
The thing
Only
is,
10 centuries of vibing.
I feel like even if you wanted to make the argument that Eren like like oh don't destroy the entire world because this that and this, it's like you gotta understand Marley was spreading that fuck Paradise propaganda for like the longest
Hard as
time.
fuck.
Everybody knew they were they're the devils of Paradise Island, this that and the third, and if it wasn't Marley it was gonna be somebody else.
Dude,
So
if it wasn't for the fact that they could weaponize them, they would have tried to blow their ass apart even centuries ago.
like even within Marley itself the Eldians are seen as like the lower class, so there's that. I mean, it goes to show, like, even remember when, like, they would just, like, throw them off the, well, they wouldn't throw them, they basically were used for war, where, like, when, they would jump off the plane and Zeke would, like, do the shout and it just transform, and that's, like, they just nuke people with, like, titans and shit.
Yeah.
Tactical
So,
Titan.
yeah, basically, so, I mean.
Just cannon fodder at that point.
But yeah, it's just like the premise of teaming up with somebody like Annie and somebody like Reiner is like also something else that pissed me off pretty bad. It's like this little love shit that like Armin's dumbass has with Annie is like, dude, Annie fucked your life up, my dude. Like it's like we completely forget. This is what I hate about anime sometimes. It's like this corny, cheesy ass, unrealistic shit where they're like, oh, let's completely and utterly forget how fucking evil these people were, how horrible they were, and what they did to you literally as a fucking child growing up. Yeah, let's forget about all of that. She's so cute. Oh my god. I love the way her nose is shaped. Suck a dick.
Yo, damn, Crimson Chin Armin over here.
Like, dude, suck a dick, bro. Like, I can't stand that shit. And Annie's one thing, but 10 times worse is fucking Reiner. Imagine working with Reiner, bro. Imagine legitimately working with Reiner, bro.
The guy that single-handedly murdered everyone in Walmaria.
Reiner is hardcore mentally ill, bro. I don't know how these people looked at him and they were like, yeah, he needs to be on our team.
Like, and I don't give a fuck if he regrets anything. That ain't gonna bring back all the people he fucking killed and all the lives he fucking ruined. Like, what the fuck is that? They're like, oh, you know, he's... And Gene beat his ass, but I was like, that's not enough. You're still working with him. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass. We're even now. It's like, you're definitely not even, Gene. You're definitely not even. Did you forget about the reason why? Oh, what? Who was best friends with that Marco guy, the one with the half his face?
Yeah, I remember
was
that
that
guy.
Gene?
I think that was Gene's best. Yeah, that was Gene's best friend actually. Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. That was Gene's best friend. These motherfuckers looked at Gene in the face and told him, "We saw him die." No, actually, we killed him.
No. We set that shit up.
Yeah, they set it up. They put him in a Titan's hand so he could eat him because he listened in on their conversation about like their whole little shit.
Because these two idiots, bro, cannot. Horrible spies. I don't know who the fuck trained them over in Marley. Horrendous fucking
Zeke did.
spies, bro.
Imagine getting chased by a motherfucker that can't even not get
Dude,
one shot. Like, of
literally,
course you're
literally,
gonna.
I think it was they were talking all that shit, right? Then they transformed, and then literally they turned 2 inches to the side, and they noticed that this one dude is standing on the balcony going, "What the fuck?" Literally right next to them. Horrible fucking spies, bro.
Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
And then the
Dude.
way that they tried to get Eren, bro. Hey, he pulls his arm over him. Hey, buddy. So, this guy's the Colossal Titan. I'm the Armored Titan. You need to come with us. We're about to take you. You in? Like what?
Bro,
But like,
I'm just looking at Reiner like he's a fucking schizo, dude.
but one of the main issues with that is like it makes you wonder, right? Which is like, dude, what's the point of being undercover just to do that at like a fairly random moment? I get that they were like in a hurry because it's like we gotta get the fuck out of the island, but at the same time, it's like there specifically, my dude, like on top of the wall with everybody around you. This is where you're gonna make this play.
No, because I remember I was reading it at the time, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna tell Eren? Oh shit, damn, well, this is probably gonna happen like 2 or 3 chapters from now. You know, when he gets the nice moment." He's like, "No, I'll just tell him right now. Don't worry about it."
Bruh. How funny would it have been? Because you've seen that scene, right? Where when they were like in the they were like in this little castle type area and they were surrounded by titans, right? And then you see Reiner about to like transform, but the person that transforms is Ymir instead. Like Reiner was about ready to transform. I'm like, yeah, just ruin your whole fucking plan, you dumbass.
Did we know that Reiner was the Armored Titan by then?
No, at that point in time we didn't.
Imagine if that was the reveal, bro.
We didn't. The reveal was literally on top of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So no, we didn't at that point in time. That was the Ymir reveal. Which, I mean,
Also, Ymir, soft ass Jaws Titan.
Yeah.
Compared to the other dude, I mean, just look at that.
She's definitely
Soft
the
as fuck.
ugliest. Definitely the ugliest one. And even if
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanted to make an argument, it's like, oh, she's the most agile, but it's like, dude, but the
Okay,
other dude was like basically you're
I mean,
giving,
she can't even bite off some dude's nape sometimes.
yeah, she's maxing out on agility and ugliness, and then like basically everything else is ass. While the other dude is like still agile, not as agile, but like 10 times better. He has like the fucking armor bullshit. He has like the fucking, I mean, obviously his jaws. He has like the diamond.
Oh, he's
like,
able to
claws,
bite through the crystallization.
which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Even
So it's
though
like-
the kid is able to fucking, he has like a fucking bird beak type jaw. And he's
Nah,
able to fly and shit.
don't even try to hype the motherfucker up. He has.
No. I'm saying compared to this nigga's way better.
Oh no, yeah. Compared to that, I'm a fucking better tighter than that shit. I'm a human being. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like that shit was useless. Get out of here with that. The other dude, like he got carried by the fact that he could fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the flying thing is pretty OP.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. But I mean, yeah, dude. Honestly, taking too long to finish this goddamn series.
I just want to see a T-Rex Titan. That's what I want to see.
I'm interested to see how he fucks up the ending, because I remember that recently he came out because everybody cried about the ending and shit, and they were bullying him and sending him death threats and everything, and he wussed out. He pulled up and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, we worked for something for the anime specifically." Which,
I mean, he did say that the anime is like his final version of the story. Like that's what he wanted it to be.
I don't like that because
if it's some weird shit where it's like, "Oh, Eren and Mikasa, they finally get together and they kiss," blah blah blah. Like, nah, sorry, that's lame.
But that's not what it feels like. It feels like he got bullied, and now he's like, no, that's not what I really had in mind. This is what I had in mind, and it's like it just feels kind of weak in that sense. It's like, dude, commit to your shit. Like a lot of these fanboys had these crazy ass expectations for what the ending was going to be, and the expectations were so fucking high. And mind you, even before we knew what the fuck Marley was, any of that, the expectations towards the ending arcs of Attack on Titan, there was so much speculation online that no matter what, people were gonna be displeased with the ending if they had such insane fucking expectations. Like they had Game of Thrones ending level of expectation for it. Mind you, Game of Thrones ending was ass, but that's completely different. Like this, I felt like this ending was just okay. Like it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was just normal, which didn't take away or add to the story. It was a normal ass ending. which to
But no,
me
I'm gonna
was
be
like,
honest. That's the best you can hope for because he was not gonna
yeah,
come out with some like jaw-dropping. Armin was the mastermind the
I
whole
still
time. Shit, you know.
Bro.
I still felt that the series was great, right? It didn't become a masterpiece because the ending wasn't exceptional, but it was still great. I don't think that just having an okay to like average or goodish ending is a bad thing for a series like these. Imagine if it was a bad ending, then you can shit on it, but people are treating it like it was the worst ending in anime history.
Bro, like something like One Piece, bro. There's gonna, no matter what the ending is, no matter if it's like a bombastic ending, right? Something crazy.
The
There's
bomb.
gonna be so many people going dog shit, trash, garbage, worst ending
Well,
ever. You know, because you're not gonna please everybody with that shit.
nah, I disagree, and I'll tell you why. There's a big difference in fandoms. The One Piece fandom, by the time the series ends, we're gonna be 50. So the thing you gotta understand is,
Mm.
as adults, as weathered adults at that point in
Mhm.
time, no, we're just gonna be happy we got to see the ending, you know. So it's like it doesn't even matter what it ends up being. With Attack on Titan, you see all these fucking cringy ass 13-year-olds doing the little fucking paradise pose and shit, coming out in the streets talking about Sasage, yo. Shut the fuck up, all right, you little nerds. Shut the fuck up and enjoy the ending. Goodness gracious.
Bro, okay, I don't know why people shat on it so bad. Like when I read it, I was like, oh shit. But like you expect those type of things, that type of ending from like animes like this, like Code Geass or fucking Death Note, where like the MC's on some bullshit, right? At some point they become the enemy.
Right.
Eventually it has to end a certain type of way. It's just the kind of trope that the story goes by. Like maybe he didn't do it in the most bombastic way ever, but it was fine.
Here's my thing, right? um with Game of Thrones when it ended, like the last season was so bad, like just everybody considered it to be so horrible that for the next few years it was just a shitload of Game of Thrones, just fucking fan theories about like what the ending should have been, or just like rewrites, rehashes of what the ending should have been, and a bunch of those videos. They were like, I can do it better, this, that, and the third, and they wrote those videos, right? With Attack on Titan, what I really, really dislike is people literally being like, I fucking hate this ending. And then when you ask them, what do you not like about the ending? Almost always, they don't have an actual concrete answer. They don't have, like, in their minds what they would have liked for it to happen. No. It's just always like, no, fuck this ending. I don't like it. It's like, why not? And like, they never have an actual reason. And I
Because
feel like that's,
because Eren and Mikasa never kissed.
see, now that right there, if that's somebody's actual fucking reasoning, get the fuck out of here. All right, go fucking watch. I don't know, pick a goddamn random ass
Go watch School
romance
Days, bro. I'm sure
anime.
you'll love it.
Yeah, go watch fucking, I don't know. Just forget that shit, bro. Go watch My Little Pony at this point. What are we doing right here? All right, like stop with this nonsense. All right, the ending was fine. Like I don't understand. Also, the ending kind of pleased everybody in the sense that, okay, so I mean, first of all, let's establish this. Eren won.
Yes. Eren
Okay.
gets
W.
Yeah,
Eren,
Common Aaron W.
don't get it twisted. Just because Eren died doesn't mean he didn't
Yeah,
win.
he
He
planned for that
achieved
shit.
he achieved his goal. He achieved his goal. His goal was for Paradise to prosper beyond his death because obviously he doesn't have much time left
Oh,
anyway.
but it only prospered for 1,000 years though. Like what the
Exactly.
fuck
Only
is that?
You only got 1,000 years of a dub.
bro,
Sorry,
the
that's
United
that's only more than anyone else in the verse has ever gotten.
literally, bro. He got 1,000 fucking years. He also something else. It's he actually did destroy 80%.
Hmm.
The rumbling did because the thing is the way they portray the rumbling is basically Eren starts and then the next time we see him he's like a Paradise, not Paradise, he's a Marley's Shores, you know what I mean? Like he's like already there with all the colossal titans and stuff, and you're like, oh damn, he just went straight to Marley, that's where he's gonna start.
No,
But
that's
then
just what we're seeing. But this dude's over in
right,
Italy.
right.
This dude's over fucking up Sicily and shit.
But the way they portrayed it was he's starting in Marley and going from there. So when they defeated him, I was like, oh wow, they fooled the whole plan. But no, later on they reveal. I think Armin is the one that says it. It's like, oh, you destroyed like 80% of the world. Like he fucked everything up first and then went to Marley. He was like, "This the main course, baby." It's like, god damn.
He was saving Marley for dessert.
Which made sense with how much fucking time they were taking to actually get places. They were like, "Oh, we need to get to Marley. What's the fastest way we can take? A fucking boat." a fucking boat, and then luckily somebody sprouted wings. Because if they didn't sprout wings, I promise you, Eren would have gotten 100%. Came back, had tea, went around the world a few times, and then they would have gotten some early.
Yeah. The weakest part of the final arc in general, in my opinion, like plot point wise, had to be like the Jaegerist faction, because they felt like they were just there to elongate the series, right? Like, oh, Eren's doing his thing, and then this Eren fanboy right here is gonna try to stop these motherfuckers from
that
trying to
was
stop
really
Eren.
weird.
It felt very basic. There was no, like, I didn't really care. Like, you remember that one scene where, like, I think it was Armin or whatever, and Connie ended up shooting somebody in the face or something?
Mhm.
And then, like, they were trying to play it like I'm supposed to give a fuck about Connie shooting somebody in the face. Like, Connie being, like, all, like, fucking, like, jittery and, like, just fucking, oh my god, I killed a human being. I'm supposed to give a fuck about that. It's like, Connie, shut the fuck up. You've been seeing all your friends die in season 1, and now you're scared of killing a fucking human being. Shut your dumb ass up, bro. You've been seeing death since the very beginning, and now you want to be traumatized? Get the fuck out of my face with that nonsense. Can't stand that shit. Like, literally, a lot of the side characters I really disliked. The only fucking side character that, like, I'm like, damn, you know what? Good for him. That actually had really, really good character development was Jean. Jean had great character development because since the beginning of the series, Jean is useless, right?
Mhm.
He's just a Mikasa fanboy, right? He's a Mikasa fanboy. He barely does anything. Then he joins the military police, but he's actually still, doing doing a little bit of spy work. You feel me? He's working from the inside. And then even towards the end of the third and fourth season, my boy grew some facial hair. He's taking on more of a leader role. You know what I mean, for the Paradise team. So I'm like, damn, look at Gene coming into his own. Motherfuckers like Connie, bro. Every time I see Connie, I want him to get eaten. Every single time, bro. I can't stand Connie, bro. Useless from beginning to end. Did nothing. What was the point of that character? Please, somebody tell me.
Hold
Jean ended up marrying Mikasa, right?
Yeah, bro. Gene
Poor
just won.
guy, bro.
Gene just won, bro.
Theorist.
He got cooked by like a ghost, but like it is
Yeah,
what
well,
it is. Like, can
Gets
you
to wear
imagine?
an Eren face mask
Can
every
you
time they fuck.
imagine for the next 80 years until your very last fucking breath, you have to go yearly to Aaron's grave so Mikasa can cry and be like, I wish it was you. It's like, what?
You have a
Goodness
prosperous
gracious.
I wish it
family.
was you and that bum ass Jean.
He has
Literally.
a great ass family. He has a good job. He does
Yeah,
great.
bro.
401k y todo. Doesn't matter, bro.
Doesn't matter whatsoever, bro.
He's not you.
Just to take an L, bro. Could not be me.
Just a second. Connie was useless.
Yeah.
Connie was useless.
I forgot what Connie was like, and then I googled him up right quick. I was like, oh no, yeah, that's the bald guy.
Yeah, he's useless. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fucking terrible. I'm trying to think of other side characters.
There's this lady, the one with the eye patch.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was
Hanji.
cool.
Hanji was cool because Hanji was never useless, and she was always doing something. And then at the end, even her sacrifice, even though it felt kind of like a bit too, I don't know, high scale for somebody like her, like it made sense for her character. It made sense for her character because she's like crazy, So like it makes sense. She would blow herself
Sacrifice
up.
at the end?
Yeah, she ended up
That's
killing
right.
herself on to try to stop the colossal titans.
To try to at least slow him down so that the people
Yeah.
can get to the boat.
I mean, yeah.
You know what was another weird end? It was something I didn't want to happen when I think his name was, he was the captain commander or something like that. When he blew himself up with the Marley guy on the boat. That's
Right, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like that at all, bro. The Jaegerist faction, like their motivations were so like they were so random just cause like, bro, one day this guy's like, bro, Eren's spitting facts. Ew, everybody, get over here. Like, that was just fucking weird. Came out of nowhere. Ends up in culminating in just slowing our team down, killing off the captain commander and a few other people. It just felt fucking lame.
I felt like the Jaegerist faction would have felt a little bit more organic if Eren gave us glimpses of him creating a faction like that prior, right? It felt like it was just kind of like, oh wow, yeah, no, we're on Eren's team type beat, like immediately, and then like they became extremists in his favor, like literally within the course of one episode, as opposed to him building it. And then like you could have been like, because like we could have seen it and then been like, wow, this makes no sense at the time, but then you could kind of like get us a little bit of a flashback. It's like, no, Eren already because we know Eren is the all-seeing. You know what I mean? Like
Aaron the all-seeing,
he
all-knowing.
he had this planned prior, and that's why he was building at that point in time. Even
I-
though it didn't make sense at that point in time, we could have reconnected it later on some foreshadowing shit. You know?
I would have much more liked it if we did get those scenes, but if we got them like in a prior season or something like that. Because
That's what I mean. Yeah, earlier on.
Once Aaron gets his all-seeing, all-knowing bullshit, right? It would have
Yeah.
been cool to see him like episode 1, and then slowly throughout, you just see this like creep through the people. Because with just one episode, they pop over. It's like, yo, people are gonna start thinking Aaron's the shit because he saved us, and then we got to do something to empower the government or whatever. And then they were just like, no, yeah, fuck y'all niggas, we're going for Aaron.
But at the very least, like you were saying, like at the very least, show us scenes of like the opinion of Eren throughout the walls. You know what I mean? How it changes throughout the
Have people pass
seasons.
notes. Have people do some weird shit.
No,
Have
yeah,
people
yeah, like
rendezvous
like
and shit.
and you could have foreshadowed that from like really early on into the series. You could have had it like literally be like on some Naruto shit where it's just like everybody hates Eren because he's a fucking Titan. We hate Titans. There's a Titan within the walls. Why should we ever accept this shit? And then later on, where it could be like, oh, I mean, he saved us. Uni's family and all that, like these motherfuckers are this, and like all the Marley motherfuckers, like, and then have that build,
Have it grow.
like that's why it felt really weird as well. Even while Eren was on his genocidal shit, and then like the Marley like higher ups, and then like the Paradise higher ups like team up. I'm like, dude, you guys have hated each other for thousands and thousands of years. I understand you're trying to hit a High School Musical. We're all in this together right now, but can we not fucking do that, right? Can we just like, can we have a little bit of hostility that might ruin your plan, like so it's not so seamless? Because the thing is, it's unrealistic for you to expect these people that hate each other so fucking much to work in unison so perfectly. You know what I mean? It's almost like oh, we're just friends now. This is how we're gonna go through with everything. Here's the plan. It's like, I don't know. I would have liked to see like some inner turmoil. Maybe like somebody on the Marley faction, like maybe like a random lackey is like, I'm not with it. You know what I mean? But he doesn't tell anybody. He just tries to fuck shit up just because fuck Paradise, But it's like everybody just teams up, and it's like, dude, like I get the premise, but at the same time, it's just unrealistic.
The most we got of that was when they were by the campfire, and everybody just fully was pissed off with Reiner, beat the shit out of him. That was like the most we got from that. But everything else was like, we gotta stop Eren, and it's like, shit, y'all right.
Like I would have even preferred if like Reiner and Annie and that type of like the Marley little team that was left, like if they also tried to stop Eren, but they didn't like work with they didn't work directly with Paradise. Like they were helping them, right? Even though Paradise didn't want to be helped, they were still helping them. But there was still that hostility from Paradise, like we don't want you here, but we're not gonna necessarily like try to kill you or anything, since you're helping. But like at least show that hostility as opposed to like fucking beat Reiner's ass a little bit. It's like, oh, we're back to being best friends, just like it was in the fucking back in the whatchamacallit division. It's like, dude,
watch this, check it, right? I'm 100% certain someone somewhere in a comment section on Reddit is gonna go, oh, but actually, the reason that they were so down to be working together was because Eren actually planned that shit out. Eren, the all-knowing, all-seeing, planned that shit out. So see, one day Reiner, he ate a Cheerio and it wasn't sitting right with him, and that coalesced in him becoming so down to working with Paradis.
That's what I didn't like specifically about Eren being all-seeing, all-knowing, all-planning. Right? It's that it could easily be used as a scapegoat for bad writing. Right? It's too consistently like it's an answer for everything, every question you might have, whether it's bad writing or a plot point that makes no sense, right? So it's like if you point something out that's to the detriment of the story, somebody could quite literally be like, nah, Eren planned this, that, and the third, so that had to happen like this because Eren planned it. And it's like that just seems like it seems disingenuous. It just feels like lazy writing. You know what I mean? Like when you have something that just solves every single possible problem like that in the story, it's like at this point, why am I reading it? I can't criticize anything. I can't break anything down because whatever I break down all culminates in, oh, Eren planned it. which
That's
is
why I
like
would have liked if we got to see a bit more of Eren using the pads like near the end of the story. I feel like if they really wanted to get some fluff, that's how they could have done it. Where we see Eren go through like the what ifs of Attack on
yeah.
Titan, like we were talking about, where we could see why he made his decisions. Like, oh, why is Armin the one that has to make the speech? Oh, because like in this reality, when I was in the pads, I had chose Erwin, and when I chose Erwin, everything got fucked up. Everybody wanted to go for Marley's throat, kill them all instantly, ruined every plan, or something like that. You know, where we see different things where it's like, oh, if we say fuck Reiner, actually crazy, we only get 20 years of peace.
That would have been preferable because as it stands, the way that basically me and everybody else looks at it is Eren chose Armin because it's Armin, his best friend, not because that was the right choice. And if you look at the story, it's proven that it wasn't the fucking right choice. You're telling me Erwin would have delivered a 10 times better fucking speech at the end of the series? Are you
Eren,
fucking
let's
serious?
be honest. Let's be honest.
He
Mm.
he
No, wait, hold
delivered a
on,
10
hold on,
times better
hold on,
speech
hold
off
on,
the
Julio.
dome, my dude.
Watch this.
Right
No,
before
watch
his
this. Watch
death.
this, Julio. Let's be honest. Erwin would not be delivering speeches, and let me tell you why. Why would he not be delivering speeches? Because he'd be busy stomping out Marley with them. He'd be the
No,
That's
first
right.
Colossal
That's
no,
right.
Titan there.
but you
He
gotta.
said, "Fuck these things.
Here's the
I
thing.
don't even
Here's the
need
thing,
these.
though.
Fuck
Here's the
peace.
thing, though.
I'm with Eren."
Erwin,
That's what he would have said. He said, "Paradise on top."
no. I'm gonna tell you something. Here's the thing. I feel like out of everybody in the series, and I think you guys will agree with me on Erwin might be the only guy that Eren would feel confident in telling him
No,
the
100%.
only person.
100%.
Because just because you see the way he carries himself and like if he tells him his plan, Erwin would have gone through with it. Up to the point
Erwin
where
would
he
have gone
kills
for
his
some
guy.
extra credit too.
No,
Uh-huh.
yeah, he would have been like, "Can you stomp out 85 instead of 80?" Like, you know what I mean? Like
It's like,
before we get to your ass.
I mean, realistically, we could eke out like another 10, 20 years if we get like 85, you know? Because 80's all right, but 85? Bro.
I mean, honestly, just
Like,
take them all out. We good.
He would have started the Jaeger's faction yesterday. The second Eren tells him, "Oh, I can see the future," and I know. Already, I already had a faction. Don't worry about that.
something else I talked about with John. I remember we had this conversation, and I was basically saying it's like it's kind of crazy how like when Eren got access to like basically all the realities and shit, suddenly he's like Lelouch levels of fucking planning and shit.
Mhm.
And John pointed out he was like he's probably not. I mean, because he's definitely not as smart. But at the same time, you got to consider he basically had unlimited amount of times to retry a bunch of shit,
Yeah.
so and to like learn the different possibilities and shit, right? So
Because like realistically, if you have all of reality, right, at your fingertips all of time, no matter what, you can fuck up a few times. And I feel like it would have
yeah,
been cool to see Eren fuck up a few times.
I,
Just
I
be
think
like,
that would have helped a lot. Yeah,
that would have helped the story a bit, just to explain like how he went from, oh, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of every Titan, and then losing just to Reiner, to I'm actually the master planner. You have no idea. I've been living behind enemy lines for years. Like what?
because
Like
the thing about it, because the way that Eren's character does like the 180 shift, it's very extreme, right? Like from when we see him at the end, like in Paradise Island, to where like he actually knows the truth, to then like the skip to like where he's in Marley now, and he's been living among the Marleyans for a while now, right? Like to that skip and like the complete like 180 in his character change, right? And then it's like he goes from being like extremely irrational in some sense, full of rage and just reckless, to being extremely stoic, just fucking like on his like I'm always planning and like borderline evil, but like in a very calculated way that didn't fit his character prior to the change. So it would have been nice to see like go a little bit more in depth of his change, to see him become more and more stoic. The more and more he fucks up the realities, and the more and more he realizes that the world is so fucked, it's not even worth saving.
mhm.
You know? So that would have been nice.
I
What
also
about some of the earlier parts of the series? Like how did you feel when the very first time that we found out there were Titans in the walls?
I
Some
would,
of those early reviews.
that I feel like those were some of the best parts in the series at that point in time, because there was so much mystery shrouding the series, and you were getting snippets of shit, and you were getting like even at that point in time. I remember when that was happening in the normal manga, they were releasing like stories of like, oh, this is what the walls were like 100 years ago, a little short story type beat. You feel me? And then like I felt like it added to the mystery, and just like it was really exciting. It was really
like
exciting at that point in time.
I remember seeing that Titan Sorry.
Go on.
Seeing that Titan the first time, that little motherfucker right there, and thinking, so he just take an L right now, right? Because that guy's just gonna burst out and that's it, GG's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when we found out that the walls are full of them, I was like,
Yeah, it's just holding
what's
hands.
gonna happen next?
Let's hold hands.
Like, for me, the story was really cool. Like, just at any point, anything could go crazy. Because I remember there was when we go to Eren's basement, we find an actual photograph, and they have no
Yeah.
idea what photographs are, and you're like, oh shit, anything could happen, right?
No.
A
The
Titan could-
craziest thing when you see his dad with another family in
Oh, yeah.
the picture, I was like, is that Greek? What? What's going on here, dude? And then you find out that Zeke and shit. You're like, oh shit, it's crazy as hell.
Yeah, they just go fucking insane on that. And, like, anything could happen. A Titan could fall from the sky, and nobody knows what the fuck is going on. But once the world, like, opens up, once we have all the answers in terms of, like, oh, this is Veritas, that Marley's over there, that's actually the rest of the world, the story kind of lost a little bit of its luster. And, like,
Because you
it-
didn't have that mystery anymore.
you didn't have that mystery. You knew what was going on. You knew where the stakes were at, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, there's still more story to tell, and it was still fun to read, but it just felt like it lost a little bit, especially with the fact that
Yeah.
we thought we were like basically in ye old England, and we somehow got steam powered shit. But no, we're over here in the Civil War. Y'all just got like some dog shit
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, we just had this out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I remember when, like, really early on in the series, like, it might have been like episode 1. when-
homie, yeah, my real family, yo. Yee.
But it might have been episode 1 where Armin's like, oh yeah, this guy, he came back with this really cool mineral called salt.
Lol.
Imagine that.
I don't know, wait, that I feel that set the tone for me. Like, oh, these motherfuckers don't know nothing.
Oh, no,
Nothing
about
on
that.
nothing.
They had salt. They didn't have salt.
They just discovered salt, bro.
Not
I know
before
it.
my guy Grisha.
Listen, bro. Yeah, the fact that, yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. It could, like, you figured that eventually we were gonna meet the rest of the world because there was no way these were the only motherfuckers left, even though that's what they believed. But there was just no way. But the whole Marley thing, when it was discovered, I was like, okay, I can get behind this.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it was good. Honestly, I didn't mind it. Realistically, I think part of what made it so good is because the mystery aspect of the story and like the action and all this other shit, but like mainly the mystery aspect of the story was so well written and so well like made in general that it really made you think of so many different possibilities. Like this story could have gone a lot of different ways
Yeah,
from the
bro, like as
basement
far
onward.
as we knew, because we were only behind the walls, right? As
Yeah.
far as we knew, it could have been like outside the walls. Titans made their own society. Titans are actually smart. It could have been anything, bro. There could have
Bro,
been some like ultra mega Titan conquering like everything, for all we know.
you could have had literal Gundams. It could have been
Yeah.
Well, we did have literal
Evangelion.
Gundams, but yeah, go on.
Evangelion could have been outside, like Gundams versus the fucking Titans, bro.
Mhm.
Like we could have had so much crazy shit. The thing is that even though technology was really advanced, it kind of made you wonder at some point. It's like, oh, why didn't they just, I don't know, fly a fucking blimp over Paradise? And then they explain. They're like, no, it's because everybody knows where Paradise is and who are within those walls. Like literally the whole world basically knows. It's like, oh, we know what the fuck that shit is. We gotta stay away from that shit though. Those are the
Mhm.
devils, you know what I'm saying, from Paradise Island.
Mhm.
So knowing that the whole world actually knows kind of breaks down why, hey bro, like we couldn't fly a fucking drone over their ass and be like, hey stupid. You know? Oh goodness gracious. It's crazy too, though, because they're not advanced whatsoever compared to the rest of the world. But that 3D maneuvering, you're kind of advanced, baby. That shit.
Yeah, they put all their evolution points into 3D maneuvering.
Yeah, literally, bro. That shit pretty advanced. I don't know, dog.
Just a little gas canisters, bro. They go. Whew.
Honestly, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that everyone in Paradise like evolved hollow bones so they could go farther with the 3D maneuvering.
Lol. I mean, shit.
So they're lighter, bro, so they can go. Phew.
No, it
Yeah,
was on Aaron's
they're
planet.
all lighter and weaker, but Mikasa and like the Ackermans are just regular human beings. They just seem a lot stronger because they're normal.
Exactly.
Goodness gracious.
They could have delved into so much more with in terms of the Ackermans, more on society a bit. Like we could have seen how the rest of the world really looks at them too.
Yeah.
It could have been really interesting. Also, the whole I don't know. I might be misremembering it, but the fact that like Mikasa's just actually hard Japanese, right? On her Ackerman side
Yeah,
was
basically.
brushed over. It was like we passed by it once for a second just to let them know, oh hey, you're actually like a descendant of royalty, and then the rest of the story continued on. It's like, wait, what does this mean for that?
Yeah, I mean, basically what I got from that is like all the Ackermans are a bunch of Asians that are trained to fucking basically protect like the Titan shifters and shit and like the royalty in general that to like keep the secret or whatever the fuck. Which is like what Eren basically tells Mikasa. It's like, bitch, you don't actually love me. You just this is your duty. Like you have to
You're
fucking
genetically engineered to be down
yeah
bad.
This
yeah
your 9 to
literally
5. Get with it.
literally. And then Armin gets fucking hit with a 3-piece and a soda. Like motherfucker got laid out. That shit was that close. Which it should never be close because Armin's never been a fighter.
I want to believe. I want to believe there was some
Oh
point
yeah.
in the paths where Aaron is showing Armin getting his ass beat. He's like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I could have realistically just done it with one, but honestly, I got 10 years plus 10 years of peace every time I rocked your shit. So I was just like, fuck it, dude. This speech better be good. Bah bah. Bah.
Nah, that wasn't even what happened. What happened is that in every other reality, that's why he was taking him. In every other reality, he couldn't get the amount of hits because it had to be a specific amount of hits and a specific amount of combos. If he didn't throw that uppercut in the fourth frame right there, specifically when he did, it would have gone completely different. So we gotta break it down right. You
Yeah,
feel
the
me?
motivator right
Yeah,
You know what
there.
this is?
yeah,
This is what Ant-Man versus Kang should have looked like.
yeah. Literally, just ass whooping. But Ant-Man should have died at the end.
Bro, that would also have explained why Aaron was so like emotionless when he was doing everything. If he was just like tired, like this is his 50th or his 1000th rundown of seeing everything. It's like, yeah, sure, Mikasa, you're tired. Yeah, sure,
Right.
Levi.
But like to us, prior to us really knowing that, like that he basically fucking did everything like that. Like while we're watching him do all this shit, we literally look at him and he's like, yeah, he's ruined. This nigga like he's just completely fucked in the brain. You know what I mean? That's why he looks all fucking
Fried.
yeah, just entirely fucking look at him. He's like, fucking shit. I really don't want to be here now. Goodness gracious, get me
This is
out.
the face of the
Get
man
me out.
who had to beat Armin's ass a millionth time.
Yeah, he's like, Armin, this ain't it, bro. Let's get this over with,
Armin, I'm
dog.
gonna be real with you in every reality. You can't handle it, but
There was this one where you actually transformed. I still laid you out.
I
Mikasa,
still laid you out. There was another one where you just ran. I was like, wow, ho.
you one shot Mikasa and all of our friends, and I laid you out. And then I had to reset the story because you're dumb.
Oh man.
You silly boy.
Oh, how many times he hit the reset? Like how many times he had to run through it?
We have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think we know.
As far as we know, infinity.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
if this was his second run? Like he got it right the second time.
Dude, that would have
But
been
they,
so clean. That wouldn't explain why he was so emotionless, but that would have been so
nah,
clean.
nah, that
No,
could never
definitely
happen.
not. Definitely not. But it'd be funny if it was.
That could never happen just solely based on the fact that Eren has like an 100 IQ. So like this guy's he's not Senku, bro. You know? So like this dude
Oh
he's
no,
fucking-
Senku wouldn't need this shit, bro. Senku would have been frame one. Rockets.
The hard theorists say that Eren is stuck in a time loop, and this at minimum he's gone through 3 at minimum because of the way that the manga and the difference between the manga and the anime start and the way that they reference each other. Like there seems to be like some sort of loop that Eren was going through. So minimum he's had 3.
I don't
But
want to give him
realistically he needs 2 billion.
I don't want to give him enough credit to say he got it right on the 3rd try. I don't want to give him enough credit to even got it right on the 15th try. Right? I want to say that this guy like it
according
took
to
him at least,
everybody in the verse, he hasn't gotten it right yet.
yeah, I mean,
Because you only got 1,000 years of peace. Who cares?
no, yeah,
Soft.
only 1,000 years. What the fuck?
Bro,
Yeah,
what if the manga and anime are 2 different tries?
That's what's happening. He's gonna change the ending.
Because
He's
like
gonna
when
change
you
the ending.
start the
So
manga, Eren has this weird nightmare where something dark happens, right? Like there's some dark intro or whatever. When the anime starts, it's not dark, it's light, and it's not like a nightmare. It's some random dream, right? And then
right.
there's some other point in the anime and manga when they just kind of have like two different perspectives on a similar event, where they just kind of shift, making it like something entirely different. If I pulled up
I
the
think
theory, it would look better.
I
But
think in the anime, the first dream is it's literally just like the Wall Maria falling, his mom getting eaten, and all that shit. Episode 1, pretty much.
it was something like that. I forgot exactly what it was referencing, but it was something along those lines where it was like he had visions and they were completely different, and his reactions to the dreams were completely different. And then the like title card where like see you in the 2,000 years, people would just ran that and ate with that shit. And he's definitely got 3+ revolutions in terms of like 3+ cycles he's going through. But this looks
And
like
what,
the face of a man who's done this a million times.
bro? I like he's so done,
Yeah, he's dumb, bro. He's like, bro, I'm sick and tired of this shit. Let me die already.
literally.
This is the face of a man who, in a million realities, still has yet to get any pussy.
Bro, you couldn't tell me he couldn't find one where he got to hit it from the back, bro.
Nope,
You
sorry.
couldn't find one.
Sorry,
You couldn't
every
find one.
reality, every single reality.
I feel like at some point you have to weigh your sanity and actually fucking Mikasa. Like I bet you by the 80th try, he was like, bro, how good could that Ackerman pussy really be, dog? Like how good can it really be? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like in the 81st try, he's like, it might be really good though. Who knows?
This is his face after the 82nd try. It was actually mid.
No. Yeah. That's his face after the 500th try. He finally hit it from the back, and then he just realizes like this just wasn't worth it. I could have ended this like 200 tries ago. How dare I? There was no point.
uh,
Yeah, but it definitely does explain why he looks bored with everything.
It would have also been good because since we saw that he was able to put Armin into the paths, right? And he traveled with Armin in the paths, just the way that they spoke. He was like giving them a tour of all of life. He was like, "Oh, so this is what sand looks like. This is volcanoes. This is what this planet looks like." If he's doing that with Armin, give us a beach episode randomly, right?
A beach episode.
No,
where
because
Eren gets to hit it from the back.
dude, because it would have been so crazy. It would have been so wild if in the manga you're having one episode where it's like, Ryder, you'll never be able to live, and then 2 seconds later they're having a beach episode. Everybody's having a good time, right? And then at the very end, Eren's just like, yeah, this would have been fun if it actually happened. And then we go back to the actual action, and everybody's just fucking everybody else up.
But wait. Keep this in mind though, right? Like even though he knew how it had to end, and maybe he didn't have a reality where he could fuck Mikasa and have it end like where he wanted it to end. What's to say he didn't pull a Captain America, live like whatever he could of his life with Mikasa after hitting her from the back, maybe have a kid with her and shit, and then reset and be like, anyways, back to the real story. You know what I mean?
Because he was crying with Armin. That's the 100% confirmation. Because Armin was like, "But are you cool with Mikasa being with other people?"
But
He's
like,
like, "Of course I know."
he's a puppet master, John. I'm gonna use the excuse that all these nerds use. You feel me? Like he had to cry in front of Armin because Armin's a little sentimental ass dumbass. So he had to cry in front of him. Be like, I never hit it, but he hit it from the back upside down inside.
Dude,
Shut up, panel.
I want to give him that credit, bro. I can't believe how you gonna let a motherfucker like Gene hit first, bro. How you gonna let Gene hit a Ray J on you like you Kanye, bro? Talk about I hit it first.
You know what? You know how they fixed the paths, how they fixed the ending to make it sure everybody's chilling. This is how they fix it, right? We get the exact same ending, bar for bar, what we got in the manga, and then instead of it completely ending right there where Mikasa was doing her whole thing, we go and we get a side pan over to where Eren actually is on a beach sipping from a coconut, getting fanned by Reiner while Mikasa's right next to him. He's like, fuck y'all. I didn't even want that reality. Immortality, bro. Immortal, bro. Chilling. He just had a whole second. He's like, yeah, I had to fuck everything up over here. But no worries, because actually, when I told you I got rid of all your Titan powers, all y'all ain't special, the paths don't exist anymore, psych,
Listen,
I actually went over to this place. That was
if Isayama was going to be peer pressured into changing the ending anyway. He might as well have made like 80 endings before the manga ended, showing us different realities that took place and letting us decide which one we like the most. And I bet you people would stop crying.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but they wouldn't. They'd find a way to fucking hate on it. It's like, wow, you really did that many. Shut the
And you know the best part? And every single one, 1,000 years apiece. Flat. Every time.
Yeah, literally, every single time. That's the base.
Doesn't matter what he
That's
does.
the baseline.
Because Eren's
That's
that
the
good.
baseline.
Just
He's
a
not
straight
that good
W.
though. You can tell he's not that good at all. He's tired of that shit. He's like, bro, I'm not that smart. Please help. Like, please help, bro. I'm tired of this shit. Please.
Bro,
Anybody.
I would love
Eren should just let Armin eat him and just let him figure it out.
Go Armin,
That guy-
vete, vaya.
Armin, no, but what you don't understand is Armin's dumber than Eren. Listen, here's the thing, right? like Armin's been hyped up throughout the entire series. Every character that always talks about Armin, all they ever say is like, bro, he's a genius. He's so smart. This, that, and the third. But that's literally the characters hyping him up. When you look at the smart decisions Armin's made, I'm sorry, they're few and far between. There's like he barely ever makes any good decisions. He never comes up with a great plan. Like when he does come up with a plan, you're like, well, that's pretty basic. That doesn't have many layers to it. I mean, I could have done that shit. But no, they hype Armin up like he's some sort of genius, bro. It's like this guy's a retard.
Realistically, Erwin was the choice. But I want them to justify why Erwin was not the choice. Because it's too many gaps that I have to fill with my own story in terms of like what's going on and why it had to be Armin. Like, okay, I'll give you certain things. Like Eren killed the entire apartment of people while Reiner was there so that Reiner could be more sympathetic. I'll give you that one, sure, maybe. Right? But I can't give you Armin's the most sympathetic. He had to be over here to give this specific speech because nobody else would believe.
First of
Erwin.
all,
you have
that's
to,
not
you
even
have to fix that
accurate.
up.
That's not even accurate because you can't paint Armin as a very sympathetic, all about the people pacifist when he fucking blew up the entire harbor in Marley and killed thousands.
But don't forget, he felt bad about it.
I don't give a fuck how he felt. Nah, because they're trying to paint Armin like he's like the most sympathetic.
Bro, pull up the video. Put up the whole ass video of him doing it.
This motherfucker blew up the harbor and killed everybody in it. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Bro, homies are walking by.
Look at that, bro. It's a whole city. That's a whole ass city, bro. I don't want to hear that shit.
Look at him. Oh man, I don't want to do it.
Oh, wait, that's not the face of somebody that regrets anything. He had some pep in his step. He looked angry. He was like, yeah, bitch, I did that.
You and your fucking mustache.
Goodness gracious. Let me see, bro. And that's a big ass explosion too. Look at that! What the fuck? Bro,
I don't think any colossal titan has transformed that hard.
Bro.
None of them.
Bro. He busted a nut like he been holding that shit in for years, bro. Like,
God damn, what is this
bro?
Transformation, dude?
Bro, he put his balls in that transformation.
He dropped a nuke on the harbor, bro.
Dog, they literally felt that throughout the entire city.
Bro, he killed at least 1,000 people there. Look at the wreckage. Look at that!
Bro!
What are we doing?
Armin!
What are we talking about here, bro? This is your pacifist? This is your guy? Really?
Yo, but he didn't mean it though.
Yeah, no, look at him. He was sad about it.
And his ugly ass colossal titan. This nigga thinks he's a fucking model for fucking Vogue or some shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Look at him.
Malnourished, skinny ass colossal.
Oh man. Oh.
I don't want to do him like that, but I did it.
He's coming out of the Gundam.
Oh. Why
I didn't want to do it. Oh my god, I did that? No way.
Did I do that?
Armin, you can't pull a I didn't want to do it after you do it, Armin. You did that shit. It don't matter how you feel now. No. See, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that now.
They'll also tell you, bro. I promise you, somewhere on Reddit. So they'll also tell you, oh, he had to do that because of that.
He had to do it so
he had to get that growth, that trauma. This specific face is what Eren saw in the past, and he was like, "Yeah, that's how the speech."
Is Armin a particularly tall colossal titan, or is he like about that?
Yeah. He's like a colossal times two. He's huge.
Okay. Because he looks extra big.
Yeah.
Because I think that like actually like makes sense for like his explosion, how big it is, because his colossal titan is enormous. I mean, he has no gains in his arms. It is what it is. He's leg day all day, but you feel me? But like it is.
I mean, you kind of need to be a leg one trick if that's what your frame looks like.
The colossal titans just like base have really thick underbodies though. Like they're ready to be walking on you. They're ready to be stomping on you. You kind of need to be able to put the rumbling on motherfuckers. You know?
No, of course. Then with their flat ass elephant feet.
Yeah, that's another weird thing, right? They're not like normal humanoid. They're elephant type feet.
I mean, I think that's just what you need to support that kind of weight.
Yeah, right.
You need pillars of leg, you know?
Yeah, because you look how thick his ankle be. You know what I'm saying? He got them knees on him.
He got those mega knees.
Like, bro, like he doesn't have calves. He doesn't have quads. It's a tube. It's a tube of muscle.
But the funniest thing has to be the little ass head, bro. He got a little ass head. Look at it. Look at his head. Little pinch of that head, boy. Get out of here with that. Boy, if you don't get that long head, neck ass, yeah, boy.
That shrunken head looking at.
Goodness gracious, he above the
ribs exposed. 16
How many abs does this motherfucker have? He got like 80.
Shit.
His abs start right under his fucking neck. Crazy as hell.
Those aren't pecs, they're just really wide abs.
Nah, really wide abs, bro.
I promise you. If it was Erwin in this situation, Erwin would have done that shit. He would have been belly flopping in that. He would have transformed, transform again, jump into the air, do a quick little backflip. He would have been on that bitch. He would have been like, Eren!
My thing is,
Titans have a little recharge time.
You wanna know how dumb Armin is? Let me tell you how dumb Armin is. If he really was against killing innocent people, like around the harbor in general, he wouldn't have dropped a nuke on it. What he would have done is he would have transformed out in sea, swam over, destroyed the boats only, and there, people like near the harbor wouldn't have had to like die all over the buildings around. But no, the smartest character in the series apparently walks up, destroys the entire harbor, and then he's like, I can't believe I killed everybody. It's like, bro, what? Get out of here. Get out of here. Everybody know Erwin's the dude. I can't believe it. Like, what a mistake. What a mistake. Like, I remember when I read in the manga that like they chose Armin over Erwin, and even Erwin was like, it's okay, this, that, and the third. Like, I remember when I read that shit, I was like, Armin better bring some fucking Lelouch, some fucking L, some fucking Kira, Light Yagami, mixture, Senku in that bitch. Throw everybody. Throw Shikamaru. Throw Aizen. Throw Urahara. Throw everybody in the mix. This nigga better bring out the biggest, fattest brain plays of all time.
It actually would have been much better if Eren, when he was in the paths, revived Erwin's ghost, right? Pulled up with Armin, and then they all start, mainly Erwin and Armin, start brainstorming off each other and start figuring out how to fix this shit. Because imagine Eren goes through 100 tries, he's like, I'm gonna be real with you, I could do this for eternity. I could do this infinitely. Fuck that, right? So help.
He did the phone a friend.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
this is the real Attack on Titan. I would have loved the what if this was like the first time Eren tried to do that shit.
I ain't gonna do my boy Erwin like that, bro. Rewrite the story. Make it so Erwin is the Colossal Titan.
It's okay. We'll make it like Fate. We get some waifus in here.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that's just it. That's the story.
Hanji with quadruple D's. And then this time we see what happens when Erwin, because then the only reality where Erwin gets turned into the Titan, everybody gotta have quadruple D's. Fair.
Sorry, that's just how it goes.
It is what it is, bro. Goodness gracious. But yeah, we're gonna have to watch the anime just to see what's different about the ending in general.
1,000,000,000%.
Yeah.
But alright, it is what it is. Definitely a good way for people to tune in though, to make it different. But I don't know. Like,
for sure.
But anyways,
any guys?
Let us end it here. That's enough Attack on Titan talk for the day.
Alrighty, boys.
Alrighty.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
Goodbye.